Action, take one. Hi guys, welcome to Lee Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. I know I am. The thing's kind of worthless with the light on. Huh. Well, we are back for our Tull Tuesday, courtesy of our alpha patron Cora and Ford Prefect. As always, we're going through the longest Jethro Tull album in history, Living in the Past. But it's actually been worth it. Of course, it's Jethro Tull. We're doing 3 more tracks. This is the first 3 tracks on side 4. Man, we have been going through this thing. We did all of side 3 last week, so we're going to be doing side 4 basically for the last 2 weeks of the month. I guess, there'll be one more Tuesday in the month, so there you go. Today is Wond'ring Aloud. Or no, it's Wond'ring Again. Wond'ring Aloud was the other one. Locomotive Breath, which I have heard, I think, the live version of. I can't remember if, we've done the studio track of it. I don't know if it's like a special version or not. Whatever, I threw it in there. And then the last one is Life is a Long Song. There you go. So let's go. If you want to subscribe, help a brother out, click that icon right below my face. I'd really appreciate it. If you leave a like and a comment, I'd appreciate it even more. If you got another Tull track you think I'd like, or any track in general, you never know, I might just do it. Leave it down below. Alright, here we go. Wond'ring Again, Jethro Tull. 3, 2, 1, go.
There's the stillness of death on a deathly unliving sea, and the motor car magical world long since ceased to be. When the eve-bitten apple returned to destroy the tree, incestuous ancestries share a bang ride, spawning new millions, throws the world on its side, supporting their far-flung illusion, the national curse. And those with no sandwiches, please get off the bus.
Love the piano.
The excrement bubbles, the centuries slime decays, and the brainwashing government lackeys would have us say it's under control and we'll soon be on our way to a grandeur for babies and quiz panel games of the hot, hungry millions. You'll be sure to remain. The natural resources are dwindling and no one grows old. And those with no homes to go to, please dig yourself holes. We wandered through quiet lands, felt the first breath of snow, searched for the last pigeon, slate gray, I've been told.
This is one of those songs. I love it.
Stumbled on a daffodil which she crushed in the rush, heard it sigh.
Oh my god, that acoustic.
It's
always on point.
At once felt remorse and were touched by the loss of our own. Held its poor broken head in her hands, drops of tears in the snow. And it's only the taking that makes you what you are. Wond'ring aloud, will the sun one day be born to share in our infancy, in the child's past?
must be benefit era. Like 70 or 71.
In the aging seclusion of this earth that
It sounds like future Tull.
will open his eyes.
Wow. That was a heavy hitter right there. And that's on side 4 of a compilation album. That's crazy. What a freaking talented band, bro. You would think after a year I'd stop being surprised, but no. No. Piano's been going hard these 2 tracks.
Shuffling madness of the locomotive breath runs the all-time loser headlong to his death. Oh, it feels the piston scraping, steam breaking on his brow. Old Charlie stole the handle, and the train it won't stop going. No, it could slow down.
This version sounds different. A little bit.
He sees his children jumping off the stations one by one. His woman and his best friend in bed and having fun. Oh, he's crawling down the corridor on his hands and
I'm awake now,
knees.
baby.
Old Charlie stole the handle, and the train it won't stop going. No, it could slow down.
Martin and Ian were just born, just destined to be together, bro. So good.
The silence howling catches angels as they
What does
fall.
that sound?
And the all-time winner has got him by the balls. Oh, he picks up Gideon's Bible, open at page 1. I thank God he stole the handle, and the train it won't stop. Oh, no, it could slow down.
Don't stop going, just slow
No,
down.
it could slow down. No, it could slow down. No, it could slow down.
Now, yeah, that's from Aqualung. So, Wond'ring Again is from Aqualung too. And then Life is a Long Song is from the 1971 EP. Life is a Long Song. up the pool as well.
When you're falling awake and you take stock of the new day, and you hear your voice croak as you choke on what you need to say. Well, don't you fret, don't you fear, I will give you good cheer. Life's a long song, life's a long song, life's a long song. If you wait, then you play it, I will feel as the verses unfold and your soul suffers the long day. And the 12 o'clock gloom spins the room, you struggle on your way. Well, don't you sigh, don't you cry, lick the dust from your eye. Life's a long song, life's a long song, life's a long song. We will meet in the sweet light of dawn as the Baker Street train spills your pain
Baker
all
Street,
over your new dress, and the symphony sounds underground, but you wanted you a rest. Well, don't you squeal as the heel grinds you under the wheels. Life's a long song,
Oh,
life's a long song,
that is beautiful.
life's a long song. But the tune ends too soon for us all. Tune ends too soon for us all.
Wow. That they were just 1971, bro. They were untouchable, dude. I mean, they could just shit and they would shit out a decent song. That's crazy, bro. I love Aqualung. It's one of my favorite albums of theirs, I'd say. Right up there with Thick as a Brick and my personal favorite, Crest of a Knave. Aqualung is right there. And it's crazy to think that like these are just throwaway tracks. I know Locomotive Breath isn't. I guess they had it before I don't understand why a Locomotive Breath is on here, but I guess Wond'ring again was Wond'ring Aloud, because I remember Wond'ring Aloud. I said that first, but that's wrong. It's called Wond'ring again on here. But just for a refresher, Ian Anderson on acoustic guitar, lead vocals and flute, Martin Barr electric guitar, Jeffrey Hammond on bass guitar, John Evan on piano, organ and mellotron, Clive Bunker on drums and percussion. Glenn Cornick actually played bass on Wond'ring, again, Wond'ring Aloud, although he's not credited on the album. Those are three hard songs to pick from, to be honest. Obviously Locomotive Breath, but like I kind of already knew that song, so I can't really pick that. If I had to pick from the two that, because even the first one, I've heard another version of it because I've done Aqualung, you know, so I guess by default the third track has to be the best one because I've already heard the other two. But if we're just putting all that out the way, of course Locomotive Breath is the best one. But Wond'ring Aloud is one of my favorites from that album. So Wond'ring, again, it's a nice little reinterpretation of it, I guess you could say. But I don't know, man. The acoustics and the piano were just so strong throughout, and that's John Evan, I'm pretty sure. He's so good at that, bro. Like, the way he pairs with Ian's acoustic or pairs with Ian's flute, it's so good, dude. Like, they just have that sound, like, perfectly. Like, they know what they're good at, and they totally do it so well. And especially with those acoustic-driven kind of, I hate saying interlude because they're not interludes, but, you know, the kind of, more laid back songs, you know, I'd say they're more folky side than the more, you know, than the rock side. When they really go heavy on the acoustic and the flute and the piano here, they just, man, they never miss with that. They are so good at it. That's their strongest suit, is when they're just doing that old timey kind of folk sound, or British, whatever folk kind of sound you would call it. It's just so good. But at the end of the day, it's also just Jethro Tull. They're the ones that mixed and married that old sound and the new sound the best out of any band I've heard. They in spades, they have that first place. You know what I'm saying? Like, they are so good at it. That's credit to Ian, and of course that's credit to Martin too, man. They just know how to interpret old classic folk music that would be, you know, something you might think you'd hear back in the day in Britain or something like that, you know? And they make you feel like you're just in some other place, you know, with the flutes, and if they're doing the mellotron, any kind of instrument they use, and of course his vocals as well, they really just transport you somewhere else. Like, half the time when I'm listening to them, I'm really not gathering analysis or things to say. Like, I'm honestly just engrossed into what they're doing every time, bro. And that's hard to do, especially when you, like me, I've done so many of their songs now that you would think the law of diminishing returns would have, you know, gone into effect with Jethro Tull by now. To be honest, they really haven't. You guys know I would tell you if they have. No, I'm fine listening to new stuff by them I haven't heard yet every week. And it's been a year now. Like, that's how good they are. Like, seriously. Same thing with, like, the Beatles. I'm probably going to end up listening to that entire catalog just because the music is that good and it just stands the test of time. And Jethro Tull, man, have they aged gracefully, bro. I mean, some bands from back in the day have not aged very well. That is not their case at all. I think they're like wine, bro. They've just aged gracefully and they taste even better now. But I only know for my era, you guys would probably agree with me that they sound even better now probably than they did back then. Even though they stood out probably so much back then. There's been so many bands that have tried and trod that path basically, you know. But there's only one Jethro Tull. There's only one Ian Anderson. And I'm glad that he's here on this planet at the same time I am. And I got to, you know, enjoy his music and his art, bro, because it's right up my alley. I love history, as you guys know. I love learning about history. I love classic folk things, you know, stuff like that, folk tales, anything. And you mix that with some good old rock and roll, the electric guitar, and slap some flute in there for good measure. There you go. You got Jethro Tull, and you got me hook, line, and sinker, bro. So thank you, Ford Prefect and Cora. Obviously, in Locomotive Breath, that acoustic and the drums are so crucial in that, you know, especially when you've got such a rhythm and a groove like that, where it's just, you know, it so has to be on point and on time. And the Clive just delivers, bro. And I'm pretty sure was that Jeffrey Hammond on bass for that track, as it was just Uncle Long personnel. Yeah, so for that one, it was Jeffrey Hammond on bass, but then the first one was Glenn. Jeffrey definitely is a different kind of style than Glenn did, and definitely a way different style than John has, Glasscock, you know. But I think for this album, Hammond did a really good job, you know, especially in the in the chorus when it comes to Locomotive Breath, you know, and like especially after the chorus and they all kind of go into that break, it's delicious, bro. And I think him and Clive do a good job, obviously, but I like the pairing of John and Barrymore better, and then I like the pairing of Clive and Glenn better as well, but still very good. But the standout thing, acoustic guitar, piano, and just how magical Jethro Tull is. How many Tull Tuesdays have we done? How many? So freaking many. And they still wow me somehow. Even with songs I've already heard before, I listen to it again with a different set of like perspective and ears, because every day is different, you know, and I'm like, That is a freaking banger, bro. I already knew Locomotive Breath is a banger, but man, hearing it again right now, it just reinforces how fucking good that song is, bro. That is a winner chicken dinner, if I've ever heard one. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna sit here and talk y'all's ears off. Thank you for watching. Thank you again, Cora and Ford, and thank you for watching. I'll see you for the next video, hopefully, and if you're only here for Tull, see you next week. Bye-bye. Big thank you to our over 525 patrons, 33,600 something subscribers. You rock. Thank you so much. You guys keep this channel running, and you keep it sponsorship free. I know you don't want to hear me sell you Mint Mobile, so you should see my emails, man. I almost did it. I actually almost did it, but I decided against it because I know you don't want to hear me sell you cell phone service, and I don't want to go through the hassle, to be honest. I'm already busy as it is. So we're going to keep it as it. I'm not greedy. You know, I mean, obviously money's great, I guess, but, you know, whatever. I'm okay. The family's all right. We'll be okay. But yeah, join Patreon. Bye.